Hi my otters! I've come up with 5 updates that should be added to the How to Train Your Dragon game, and my last idea might actually be added to the game. I want to keep these ideas somewhat realistic, so some of them are kind of modeled off past updates, and the last one might actually be added in the next update. So the first update idea I have would be adding the Rumblehorn and the Edge to the game. If you didn't know, the Rumblehorn is actually in the live-action movie. It's a background dragon similar to the squirrel, and because we got the squirrel in the game, I think we could also possibly get the Rumblehorn too. And if you all didn't know, there's actually a TV show called Dragons Race to the Edge, and it's located on this place that they call the Edge, which is actually where they find the Rumblehorn. And that's why I'm thinking we could get both of those at the same time, similar to how we got the squirrel in Berserker Island. Having the Edge in the game would also just be so cool, because it looks so pretty visually, and there's just like so much lore behind it. I feel like you could add so much to it. In the show, they do this thing called Beat the Dome, which would make like such a cool flight trial, like going through it all and going through the dome. And they could also find a way to add in Maces and Talents, which is like some strategy game they play in the show, and it could be either just a mini game or it could even be like some kind of, they could turn it into a combat game against 2 different teams. Overall, I just feel like there's a lot you could do with that. The next update they could add, which I feel like a lot of people would like, would be dragon abilities specific to each dragon. Like for example, the Deadly Nadder could have a spine shot, the squirrel could have something with like lightning, the Gronkle could have some kind of like firing boulder or something like that. I just feel like there's a lot you could do with it because each dragon is so unique in the movies, and it would just make fighting a lot more dynamic and unlocking new dragons a lot more interesting, and I just think it would be a really fun update to have. The next feature they could possibly add might be clans. I think they had something similar to this in School of Dragons. It's basically just a group that you can create and you can invite other people into it, and you basically all just work together to gain XPs. These XPs help you get ranked on some kind of leaderboard, and it's basically just a challenge to see what clan gets ranked the highest. I think this would be a good update because it motivates players to play the game more, and it also strengthens bonds in the community, I feel like, when everyone's interacting with clans. And I also just think it would be really fun to have in the game. Another idea that I think would be really fun would be having Titan Wing dragons in the game. Like maybe your dragon becomes a Titan Wing when it hits a certain level, or you can just level it up with gems. And maybe your dragon like gets a new, bigger model, or a new skin, or like some kind of new power up in a way. And I just think this would be a lot of fun, just one, to get better dragons, and also just kind of motivate you to level up your dragon. And then the last update, which I think is actually coming to the game, would be a Snoggletog update. For those of you who don't know, there's a How to Train Your Dragon short film called Gift of the Night Fury, and it basically shows all the Vikings on Berk celebrating a holiday called Snoggletog, which is like a fun winter holiday similar to Christmas, where they get everything all decorated with a tree and everything's snowing. It's a really fun short film. And if you actually look at the update log on the How to Train Your Dragon Roblox game, the update that's set to come out on December 13th, the picture for it is actually a frame taken from the Gift of the Night Fury movie. And it seems like the developers are kind of hinting to us that we're getting some kind of Snoggletog Christmas holiday related update, especially also considering the fact that the update comes out in December, which is when a lot of winter holidays are. And if that is true, there's so many things you can do with that update. And then this is just all my random ideas, but I'd imagine the map would be all like snowy and wintry. And we might even get that little shield Christmas tree that's shown in the short film and on the update log. Maybe we could get some new winter UGC, or maybe we could even get like little dragon costumes, like little Santa hats or something. And there is another part of that short film that interests me. So during Snoggletog, all the dragons migrate to this little island where they lay all their eggs. And I'm thinking we might get some kind of like dragon egg / dragon baby update along with the Snoggletog. And my younger sister has some ideas about the baby dragons. So I'm gonna hand it off to my sister so she can talk about that.
Hiya! I think a good touch in the game would be adding like baby dragons. When you hatch an egg, I think that you see what the type of dragon is, and then you decide if you want it to be like a baby or if you want it to be an adult, like when it hatches. If you choose baby, then you like raise it, you like fish for it, and you can like hold it and do cool stuff like that. Then after you finish raising it, it becomes non-bebe. And then let's say if you chose to have it already an adult, then it's like normal. Like you hatch it, it's already an adult, you like train it like normal. And yeah, I think this would just be a really cool add-on to the game.
So those were all my ideas for the How to Train Your Dragon game. So to recap, we talked about the Rumblehorn and the Edge, dragon abilities, Titan Wings, clans, Snoggletog, and baby dragons. I'm really wanting to make a part 2 of this video because my sister and I have so many ideas, but I also want to hear you guys' ideas, so if you have any, please comment them down below because I really want to hear them. I also want to know you all's opinions on the ideas that I came up with. But anyways, I think this is the end of the video. I'm really excited to see where the game will go. But that's it for today, so bye my otters.